secure clearance from them to recruit staff. But according to UTAG, its checks with all management in the public universities indicates that government had failed to secure clearance for them to recruit staff. UTAG said it has petitioned the Minister of Education and Finance to address the challenge, but their effect is yet to yield any results. The association has therefore given a 2-week notice to its management to cut down on admission. According to UTAG, in 2015 alone, the University of Ghana recruited 400 staff without financial clearance, and this has affected its internally generated funds.
Right, I have been joined now by Dr. Harry Agbanu, who is the National President of the University Teachers Association of Ghana. Good evening, sir, and thank you very much. This thing keeps coming and going. I mean, the last time we spoke on a day like this, government had given authorization for some university teachers and staff to be recruited. This is still not enough?
Yes, it's still not enough. Government has approved the recruitment of 1,018 workers to the university. It's not exclusively lecturers, other categories of workers inclusive. And this is for all
category of tertiary workers.
Yes, tertiary workers.
Okay.
And so it's woefully inadequate.
It's worrying. I mean, your energy is low as a result of the continuous agitation, and you're pushing for something that has been ongoing for 4 years.
Exactly, but we are never going to give up because we need to fight for the sustenance of these institutions. They are national assets, and we can't afford to run them down.
But from all indications, the universities this year are most likely to increase their intakes for new entrants for the 2016 20 administrators to reduce the number. How is this going to pan out with the reality on the ground?
That is the worrying trend, and exactly the reason for us pushing for more lecturers to be recruited. We have a lot of students who qualify to come to our universities, but because of scarcity of manpower and other logistics, these students are not able to be admitted. And so can you imagine a student who has aggregate 8 and wants to do medicine in Ghana, a country where we need these doctors, but these students cannot have access to admission.
And they end up in China.
Yes, because of policies such as these. And we think that it is about time we stopped this kind of attitude towards education. And UTAG, as professionals, and knowing the benefit of education to a society as ours, will not stand by idle to allow this institution to go deteriorating.
So are you able to tell us in total, I mean, when we combine all the public universities, how many replacement staff is required?
In fact, I don't have that statistics.
But can you give us a rough idea of what you need for the universities to function within the capacity of students that come in every year?
I think for now, our staff strength, the whole country, we have about 2,001 lecturers for the 10 to 11 public universities. And if you calculate the student populations in these institutions, you realize that the student-teacher ratio is very high. And this is an undeniable fact. And so if we want to be more effective and efficient, then we need more lecturers to be able to handle this number of students. So I should think that if we are now about 2,100, then we should be thinking about 4,000 and over lecturers to be able to handle adequately these numbers of students that we bring into our institutions.
I noticed UTAG saying that you're tired of the situation where one lecturer takes care of about 1,000 students. Is it also not possible that the lecturers might not be adopting innovative ways to engage these students without necessarily bringing them all to the classroom setting?
It is not within the ambit of the lecturers to provide the facilities, the infrastructure that will make it possible to have these online, lessons.
Video conferencing calls.
We cannot invest in that. It's the institutions that have to do that. And the institutions are doing that, but their resources are inadequate to be able to meet the numbers that we turn out from our secondary schools every year who qualify to have university education. Mind you, education, as we've always said, is not a privilege, it's a right. And so anything that we can do as a society to educate our
we
children,
should be able to do that. Wherever we get the money from, regardless of our economic challenges.
We should be able to do that. It's a social investment that we must do. And the benefit outweighs, the expenses that we are thinking that we are making in education.
Now, you have given government a 2-week ultimatum. So if government does not act, and let's say, give it a scenario, the universities go ahead to admit the increased numbers, what will UTAG do?
Unfortunately, it does not lie within my power to decide what UTAG will do. Decisions of UTAG are made by the National Executive Committee. And I'm sure that after the 2 weeks, based on our evaluations, we will meet to review the situation and know the steps to take. But I can for sure say that we are bent on making sure that we create conducive atmosphere in our universities for learning, teaching, learning to take place.
Now, let me just be frank with this. The situation is getting out of hand for you, and you now have issued the ultimatum, and you're looking at, possibly government will do something about it. If they don't do, then UTAG would have to go into negotiation meetings to decide what to do. So in the meantime, today, as you're sitting here, what is the position of UTAG?
The position of UTAG is that government must take its hands off. Government should stop meddling, in fact interfering in the administration of our universities.
You want the universities to have full autonomy so they can charge their own commercial rate fees? That is likely to push those poor people who can't afford education to even do so.
I'm not saying that government should not continue to give the university subvention. Government must do that. In fact, it must increase the subvention. But I'm saying that the administrative function of the university is in the hands of the administrators. And in fact, the acts of the universities detail that. And therefore, nobody should be desiring to take away that authority vested in our vice chancellors and our councils. That used to be the case. We didn't see so much interference in university administration since these universities have been established, until about 4 years or so ago that we are beginning to see these things, maybe because of IMF conditionalities or whatever. Meanwhile, these people in their own backyard, they don't have these prescriptions for institutions in their countries. But why should Ghana be isolated? And
you think that we're being stifled by too many of these conditionalities?
I think so. That is my personal view. And I think it's about time we understood exactly what we want as a country and push in and go in for it without having to depend on others to prescribe to us what we should do. I think we have come of age as a nation.
Okay, Dr. Agbanu, we're grateful for your time. We do hope that you get something positive out of this. We're seeing that 2 weeks ultimatum is a bit tight. I mean, considering that 4 years of being an embargo, are you not being unrealistic?
Oh, I know government to be
2
proactive.
weeks?
I know government to be proactive.
So what will be the compromise position? Halfway? Can you meet government halfway, for example, to decide that, okay, we will lift the ban, but you're not going to get the full strength of what you want? Would that make you happy?
We'll leave that to administrators. If they are satisfied with whatever is approved for them, then we'll take it from there. But I know for sure government will respond.
Right, Dr. Harry Agbanu, we're grateful for your time. Dr. Harry Agbanu is the National President of the University Teachers Association. We're also trying to get onto the telephone lines the Michael Parkwesiedu, who is the President of the Union, Ghana Union of National Students, NUCS, to join our discussions. Hello, sir, and thank you for your time. Right, we don't have him. We'll take a break and we'll be right back with more news. This is still News at 10.